We could just very quickly debrief and go. Does that feel comfortable?
Yeah, I don't think
Can we just get like a little bit tinier and quieter?
Also, use a fucking camera. You fucking television.
But on a bright note, like with what we had, we made do, and I think that says something. Like we were out here, we could have just all and we didn't. We came to the end, and we marched and we got people's attention. We fucked with the pigs. Like I see this as a win.
Yeah. I agree. It's easy to say that we could have done something different, or you know. And for future reference, it might be the case that, like hypothetically, ideally, we split up and do independent actions in order to split the police. Anyway, but what we did tonight, I think that showed a great deal of solidarity, if I might use that word. You know, like everyone, like you said, stuck together, even in the situations where they weren't really sure what we were doing. Yeah. And I think that we've got the energy. We've got, even just right here, we've got the people power. And I think that we can do something really effective if we just find a way to channel that energy just a little bit better.
Autonomous doesn't mean unorganized.
Right,
so
that's what I'm trying to say.
We do have to make decisions as a crew, as a team, in order to make sure that we're all safe.
I'm wondering if it would be safe and or a good idea to have one component of black bloc and then one component of plainclothes that stay completely separated from each other, so cops can't identify a black bloc person based on the plainclothes person that they're near. Yep. But that way you have a component that's more accessible for people to join into when you say out of your houses and into the streets.
But the problem with that is that you do that one time, you get photographed, and you can't do it a second time unless
but
you're
why not? It's just a march. You're allowed to be there.
Yeah,
you're right. No, you're
really
right.
Quick,
yes, I suppose you're right. As long as there's not,
like,
you're self-engaging. Yeah.
I think when people come and join us, we should probably have somebody like in that crowd that's just kind of like telling them what the risks are, and like giving them maybe even literature on like this is why people block up. This is the risk you're taking. You don't come out a lot, and you don't show your face a lot. It might not be that much risk for you.
Even Bellingham does that.
I was just gonna say that there used to be someone that would hand out posters and do postering and was not involved in any form with any group, specifically as far as black bloc. We don't do it alone. I will say no one should ever do any fucking act alone. Yeah. But like two civilian clothes persons can definitely do that. That's great. It definitely looks good.
Yeah. If you're not on the we have a Seattle BLM calendar online, make sure you get connected to that. There's a lot of events happening throughout this weekend. We've got AAPI at Hanghay Park tomorrow at 3 p.m. Sunday morning at 11:30, I think, is Youth Care You Don't Care Solidarity March for Super Familia. And Sunday afternoon is the non-block shock thing at the West Precinct. So we're going to... What's the website again? SeattleBLM.wordpress.com.
Yeah, it's a WordPress Seattle BLM. You look that up, you'll find it.
Yeah. And so you can get pretty up-to-date events and stuff from that. And so I definitely encourage you to check it out. You can integrate it into your Google Calendar or whatever stuff. Yes.
And tomorrow at noon, if you're in the Kent area, there's one at the fountain over there if you guys are from there.
Kent?
Yes, at noon.
Cool.
There's a lot of faces that I haven't seen, and so I don't know if it's maybe like a first autonomous action. But once we deblock and leave, you weren't at this autonomous action, so you don't go home and talk about it. You didn't see anything. You didn't talk to anybody. You weren't here.
I don't want to see any tweets.
You didn't travel from out of state.
It's gonna happen.
If anybody asks you what you did Friday night,
just don't do it. Never.
Along with that is phones. If you have your phone on, you want to kind of keep that off while you're at autonomous action. You want to keep that off. Get a burner if you can.
I mean, truth be told, stingers can get you even with your phone dead as a doornail.
Right.
But that's
all phones have GPS devices in them. Burners at least aren't tied to you personally because you just buy them off of a shelf.
The most important thing, if anything else, make sure that your phone is password protected without using your thumb.
Or Face ID.
No bio, no face, no thumb.
Yeah.
Use a code protection, and then just never tell anyone the code. And that even a 4-digit code makes a huge difference. They
won't wait for a warrant to open
because it is genuinely simple.
Also, not to scare anyone that's new, because guess what? We're all here. If you have anything you need for support, there's plenty of people that take very different risk levels at so many different risk levels. So feel free to just come as who you are and what you're able to provide. And then, yeah, just
And you may have heard us chanting, stay together, stay tight. We do this every night. While we're not necessarily out in the streets every night, we are doing actions every night. We're sharing information, we're watching live streams, we're educating ourselves, we're educating our peers, our families, our friends. So keep that momentum up. When you're not on the ground, there's so much important things that you can do for the revolution.
We were just talking about more organization.
it's just really easy to get infiltrated.
We're in a vulnerable
and that
location, and the
happens
longer we
even
stay
on
here, the easier it is for them to start picking up people as they walk out. And some of us, I mean, I'll stick around for a little bit if people want to ask questions or like talk about other events that are happening this weekend.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick around. I don't care.
If you guys want to D-block and disperse, just make sure you do
Please
that
keep
out of the way.
coming. Oh my fucking god, please keep coming. Numbers are everything, y'all.
Yeah.